Hello and welcome to Shields Field. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Caleb Saylor. Joining me this evening, Ken Harkenrider. Ken, good evening to you.
It's great to be back at Shields Field.
Certainly so, and hopefully, looking out the window, we have mostly dry weather. I think we'll get a few sprinkles here or there, but it should be a great night for a good matchup, and this is going to be a pivotal one, in my opinion.
Absolutely. You know, we've spent the last couple of weeks doing some really great building of the Fort Wayne FC brand and having some exciting friendlies with Indy 11 and Cincinnati FC. And sounds like the teams are emerging out now. But at any rate, now we get down to business, right? Top two teams in the Valley Conference, and they're fighting it out to see who comes out tomorrow morning on top of the table. So
yeah, and we're at the halfway point in the season, I do believe, or at least pretty close. So being on top of the table halfway, it doesn't win it for you, but it's certainly a good confidence booster.
Put yourself in a good spot. Exactly right.
So here's your starting lineup for Fort Wayne FC. Starting in goal, we've got Ryan Burig. Ryan has put on a couple of great performances for us here in the past couple of away matches. I don't think you guys have gotten to see him at home quite yet. And another, I'll say, interesting addition is Nkosi Graham. Nkosi has substituted very late on in a couple of the matches here, but I believe this is his first start tonight, at least in league play.
He's really shown well in those appearances, though, so looking for some good things. And, you know, we talked about that over the last couple of friendlies. Great chance for some of these other guys to get Coach Avery's attention and find their way into the lineup, and Nkosi Graham has done just that.
Please stand, remove any hats you may be wearing, for our national anthem, sung by Jensen Snyder.
So the teams are lined up, ready to go here at Shields Field Stadium. Nice sized crowd here. Once again, fans took a little longer to trickle in to Shields Field, but the stadium seats are filling out nicely here.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many of them squeezing one more minute at the tailgaters. I noticed the last couple of matches, quite a crowd assembling out in the parking lot enjoying the pregame festivities. So that's a great addition this year to the home game experience here at Fort Wayne FC Shields Field.
And it's always nice to see the opposing team's supporters groups out here. I know for the official supporters group, the 6th District, there's not many of them that made the trip down here today, but it's always nice to see your rival supporter groups here, even at this level, still trying to build something still trying to create a culture here in Northern Indiana for soccer. So it's nice to see them traveling down to Fort Wayne.
To see as the years pass, this rivalry in particular become one that has a little special extra punch to it. You know, the cross-state rivalry, the cross-state derby, if you will, with South Bend, and great to see these two clubs at the top of that Valley Division as well. So, you know, Northeast and Northern Indiana representing itself well across the region.
And of course, thank you to our match sponsors today, ProFed Credit Union, Fort Wayne Newspapers, and Baden, Gage, and Hardin. Thank you to all of our sponsors today. Without it, we wouldn't have the capability of putting on such a great show here at Shields Field, and certainly not able to live stream. So thank you very much. And we're underway here at Shields Field. South Bend look like they're lining up with 4 across the back, which is something Fort Wayne has been doing. I apologize in advance for 2 things. If we're having audio issues, please let us know in the stream. We are monitoring it. We'll try to fix it the best we can. And I apologize for pronunciations as well. We try to do the best that we can, but sometimes it's not always possible to get a pronunciation list of opposing players, so we apologize in advance. Ajago trying to slip Imawako in down the side here, but goes out for a throw in here in the opening minute. This is now the 3rd time South Bend has tried to play it over the top to Michael Andrew for South Bend, trying to get him to run over the top, and it hasn't worked quite yet. So I'm wondering if there was going to be a theme for this evening, playing long balls over the top, trying to run onto it. We'll see. Certainly, we've seen players who are very quick be very successful at it here at Shields Field against our defenders. They have been, at least last year, known to be prone to a defensive miscue leading to a goal. So hopefully that doesn't happen here tonight, but a quick player might get lucky, slip in behind, but we've been better about that this season, making sure we keep our our attackers in front of us.
On the first half in particular the other night, we did a phenomenal job recovering behind the ball. 6-7 players making their way back in defense. And overall, I was pleased to hear Coach Avery sort of share the same commentary post-game that probably their best 45 minutes of the year against Cincinnati FC.
And this is certainly a match Coach Avery will want to see a full 90 good performance for 90 minutes from his team, because you never want to lose to your rivals, and you definitely want to be sitting at the top of the table for as long as possible. Sprout and Burig seem to be playing it back and forth. Burig just gets it away. And Kosi Graham, he is chasing the ball down, but South Bend plays it back to their goalkeeper. Casas playing a simple pass back to Sprout.
Yeah, being very patient here in the back, trying to tease South Bend out of their defensive balance there.
Good work here by Fort Wayne FC up the sideline. Emawako trying to find a Jago. South Bend calling for offsides, and they're going to get it. It's a nice sequence of passes there from Kenyane to Emawako, and I think that's what's going to end up breaking down this team tonight is those quick passes.
That's exactly what they relied on that first half. I just mentioned the best 45 of the year. They did a lot of those tight combination type passes through the midfield, playing the ball quickly, not holding on to it too long. That's what worked, and we saw it displayed just now.
Foul against South Bend. Free kick for Fort Wayne here in the 4th minute. And of course, Fort Wayne will be looking to do a double over South Bend with a win tonight. They won earlier in the season. I believe it was 2-1 out there at TCU Field in South Bend earlier on in the season. And it's always nice when you can win twice over your opponents, both home and away.
Absolutely.
So free kick for Fort Wayne here in the 5th minute. The big men getting up in the mix for Fort Wayne.
Yeah, right in the center of the pitch here, and just far enough out to be able to allow a little bit of space between where the wall's lining up in that goalkeeper position. So see if they can drop one right into that dangerous slot.
Delivered in by Abramson. Trying to find a Jago, but a Jago and Abramson having a bit of miscommunication. And it's a goal kick for South Bend.
Not quite executed efficiently enough, but
Sproat does well to win the header, but Fort Wayne not able to come away with the second ball. Intimidating, doing well for South Bend to maintain possession. McAleenan plays it back to Burig to reset the play. It's Kenyane. Kenyane finds a Jago. It's a throw in for South Bend. There's Daniel Nimick for South Bend. Both teams seem to be a little bit slower and methodical with their attack than maybe we've seen from some other teams in the past. Fort Wayne came out guns blazing against FC Cincinnati last week, and I'm surprised we're not seeing that sort of same high-octane pressure. But this is a different lineup than we saw a couple weeks ago. So it's possibly a directive from Coach Avery to not get too excited and waste all your energy in the first 15 minutes. Here's Michael Andrew. Got a man out to his right. Let's play it left, overlapping run. Got another overlapping run. The shot away, and Burig with a good save. That deflection made it look like it was going in, but Burig did well to keep it out of the back of his net.
Yeah, tricky dip on that. He had a little bit of extra juice and spin on that ball, and Burig did a nice job to keep his eye on it and get good contact.
And that's the first opportunity from either team this match so far, 7 minutes in. It's a corner kick for South Bend here. Burig does well to get a hand to it. Referee calls for a foul against South Bend.
Really crowded in that space just in front of Burig. He did well to get to it, and see, that may be dangerous in future corner opportunities from South Bend.
Sproat does well to find Casas. Fort Wayne working the ball around quickly through the midfield. Casas trying to play a Jago in over the top, but South Bend defense clears it. Collins Tanner trying to play that ball over top. Burig's off his line and puts a foot through it to clear the immediate danger. Here's Claudel trying to slip Bamawako in.
A little bit too much on that one.
Madden able to come out and collect that ball.
The right idea, trying to play it through, but just a little bit too much pace.
And another long ball attempt over the top. But it falls to a South Bend foot. Shots away. Sproat able to get in front of it for the block. A nice ball delivered in back post. Nading not able to keep it into the box, but he maintains possession for South Bend. Low cross delivered in. Sproat blocks that as well. South Bend getting the best chances so far in the opening minutes. But it still seems to be slow going for both teams.
South Bend comes at you with a very balanced attack, even across the attackers and midfielders, 2 goals apiece for 6 different players on South Bend. So they're coming at you from a lot of different angles and pushing the ball through, making a lot of different things happen throughout the course of this season. So got to kind of keep your eye on all angles.
And I said it just a few minutes ago. I'll be interested to see whether the trend of long ball keeps up for South Bend because they've played 6 or 7 of them now. Trying to beat the South Bend or the Fort Wayne defense, not able to do so far. Here's Nkosi Graham, shots away, deflected off a South Bend player, and it's a corner kick for Fort Wayne. I believe it's Kenyane delivering the corner kick over to the Sprout. And it's Will Harris with the header. And he puts Fort Wayne FC up 1-0 here in the 12th minute. Harris did very well to climb over his defender, at least jump over his defender to put that header to the backside. And a very well delivered cross by Kenyane. The combination puts Fort Wayne up 1-0 here in the 12th minute, 13th minute at Shields Field.
He did a nice job timing that run and kind of coming from just a little deeper than he might have. And not sure if he caught the South Bend defenders off guard there a little bit, but he certainly did well to make a path for the ball and good solid header, put it in the back of the net. First goal of the season for Will Harris and the dandy. Put Fort Wayne FC up 1-0.
South Bend already in the attacking third. Wasting no time to try to draw it back. A shot easily saved by Burig. And I apologize, we're not calling the South Bend players by name. I don't know about you, Ken, but I'm having a hard time seeing the numbers, the white letters on these yellow jerseys.
I was just thinking that and didn't want to admit my fading eyesight and my ever-creeping age. Thought it was just me. But it is true, yeah, very, very lightly showing on those yellow jerseys. So
Good ball played in by Aberson. Here's Casas to Ajago. Ajago gets tripped up. I don't think there's really anything in it from the South Bend player, and referee doesn't say it's a foul. Calls that there against Michael Andrew, excuse me. Yeah, we've definitely seen penalties given for lighter crimes here at Shields Field than that, but I didn't think there was too much in that, Ken.
yeah, it was maybe just the angle of approach. You know, he's just a little bit behind, but agreed. I think it's probably the right decision.
Yeah, no VAR here, as our social media
Forthcoming
man
next
Joey
year, I hear. VAR
tells us.
Our expert statistician Hannah will be on top of that VAR for next season.
Fort Wayne doing well to work the ball around. Harris trying to find Kenyane, but South Bend defender heads it out for a throw-in. That was De Oliveira. Here's McAleenan. Graham to Claudel, back to Graham. Cross in. Hits off one defender, but falls to Amoako. The South Bend player does well to pick his pocket. And a misplaced pass gives Fort Wayne FC a corner kick here in the 16th minute. I'm not sure what happened there. I looked away, but whatever it was, Reed Sprout doing well enough to remove Forster from the situation there. We've seen Forster get a little hot-headed before, and in this case, just received a yellow card. Forster not happy with the South Bend player, and Coach Avery not happy with Forster. I'll have to catch that on the replay. What exactly happened? I don't know, Ken, if you saw it or anybody else can help me out. So we'll try it again, the corner kick here now in the 18th minute. Forster just saying to the ref.
Early in the match to be escalating to that level already. So,
but you want that fire in those players, but the fire can't boil over, or, you just can't be doing that stuff very early on. So being on a yellow card in the 17th minute, 18th minute, not what you want. Abramson to deliver. Trying to find a Jago. South Bend player does well to headed onwards. Here's Claudel. Referee says no foul. South Bend trying to go the other way, but Fort Wayne doing well just to keep their men in front of them. Fort Wayne not rushing their attack here, although you hang on to the ball too long and something like that happens. Sauce first touch lets him down. Falls away with South Bend player. Shots away. And as I said last week, it's 3 points in American football, but 0 in proper football. Goal kick for Fort Wayne. Long ball delivered from Kenyane, trying to find a Jago. Both players go up for it. And Ajago's still down, but Fort Wayne in the attack. And I think wisely, Ajago's going to stay down, or at least not get involved in the play, give himself an extra second to recover. South Bend's coming the other way immediately. Here's Andrew. Ball delivered for a throw-in. Looks like the trainer's coming on to tend to Ajago. And as I said before, with the one foul in the box, or non-foul in the box, I should say, didn't look malicious by any means. Looked like both players going for the ball. Maybe the South Bend player climbing on Ajago a little bit, but Ajago took a hard knock to the ground, trying to win that header.
I think there might have been just a little bit of his trying to get the attention of the referee as well. So going to be a little give and take here between Ajago and the South Bend defenders tonight.
Yeah, but as you and I know, Ken, referees are going to pay attention to what they pay attention to. They're not necessarily paying attention to what Ajago is saying, or at least not putting too much into it.
So far, that's been the case, indeed.
Foul against South Bend. And Ajago allowed to come back on.
Well, you mentioned wanting to keep that fire alive in the players, and certainly Ajago leading the way with goals this season for Fort Wayne FC with 3, and you know that's where it comes in handy. But again, focusing on what his role is on the field, going to be a lot more productive for us. So hopefully he can make that happen.
It's going to be a throw-in for Fort Wayne. South Bend trying to break quickly. Here's Collins Tanner, or at least ball trying to find Tanner. Here he is now on the ball. Harris doing well to just step in there. Referee calls a foul. I'm not sure how, but okay. Tanner's ball in to his teammate, falls to the feet of Burig. Good win by the South Bend player. Ball trying to slip in. Kosi Graham chasing it the other way, but it comes to Madden, who clears his line only as far as Claudel and Tanner, and Claudel comes up with it.
Nice job winning that ball and keeping possession.
Here's Kenyane. Kenyane with a dangerous cross in, trying to find a Jago, but the South Bend defender does well to head it away, and the ref called a foul. That's now the second one in a row. I think he's trying to assert his dominance when that probably should have happened 10 minutes ago before the Forster Jago South Bend we'll call scuffle. But then you do that too much and that starts to detract from the game. Foul against Tanner. Goes the way of Fort Wayne FC. Imawako almost had his pocket picked. Able to just get that pass away to McAleenan. Here's Abramson.
Fort Wayne's doing a nice job using the entire width of the field. Numerous occasions now they've gone from one touch line, 2-3 passes, and all the way to the far touch. Spreading that defender line out a little bit, trying to create those passing lanes. Leads to a corner kick here. So
and doing it a lot quickly midway through the season than what they were a couple weeks ago. Here's Kenyane. That ball comes to Sprout, but just a little too high for him. It's going to be a throw-in for South Bend. Good step in by Imawako to prevent the pass. Not a lot of movement, I was just going to say, from the South Bend players on these throw-ins. Another foul called against Fort Wayne FC for no apparent reason. So now it's 3 fouls in a row from...
No apparent reason.
You know what? Let's give credit to the referee. He's seeing stuff we're not up here, so... I don't suspect his eyesight is too much better down there on the field than my 20/20 eyesight up here, but, you know... I'm getting older, Ken, so.
He is seeing things.
Madden did well to keep that
I've not seen too
pass,
many passes back to the keeper with that sort of pepper on it.
Lord knows I don't want it. Fort Wayne now with the ball at their feet. Here's Sprout.
Again, doing a really nice job spreading that South Bend defense, creating some extra spaces in between. Held it just a bit too long on that one, though.
And here comes South Bend the other way, breaking quickly. We've got a couple of players in the attack. And the shot gets past Burig. And it's a goal for South Bend here in the 29th minute. I'm going to wait for him to turn around, but I believe that was Tim Noting. Tim came unmarked at the top of the box and wasn't really closed down on that shot. He had plenty of time to shoot it, and Fort Wayne's going to be wishing they had that one back, or at least close down the defender.
Yeah, all the way through, as South Bend brought that ball forward, the defensive line across the way just backed off, and then they took that first line of defense deeper and then dropped it back, and Noting had all sorts of time, took a touch, lined it up, hit the winner. Nicely finished, but so Noting becomes the first of the South Bend players this season to hit 3 goals. I mentioned earlier, 6 of their players notching 2 goals apiece thus far, and Noting takes an opportunity to go into the front in goals scored for South Bend Lions.
Claudel trying to find a Jago. Tanner
a little
able
bit
to poke the ball
extracurricular
away.
there. I'm not sure the official was looking right at it.
I mean, I'm not surprised that he's not looking at it, but he's looking at 2 players breathing on each other and calls a foul. So I don't know how he misses that one, but. Good win by Casas, but Posey Graham not able to retain possession. And only Forrester chasing down his man. Tanner out to Oliveira. Over to Andrew. Kenyane not able to get it. Olivier delivers across only as far as Sprout. Forster does well.
Fortunate on that one. That was a nice opportunity for South Bend, and thankfully De Oliveira didn't find the destination for his crossing pass.
Man, it always looked like Kenyane was a step behind that ball. I think he would have done better to stay on his feet there.
I was thinking the exact same thing. He committed all in to winning the ball, and obviously when you don't do that, now you create a very wide open lane for that attacker, and better to continue to put some pressure on that ball.
Good tackle by McAleenan. Got a South Bend player down. I believe it's Keenan Saronic dos Santos, who's down for South Bend. He's up and moving quickly, and we're away here in the 33rd minute at Shields Field Stadium. And ball over the top finds Andrew. South Bend player does well to.
I'm not quite sure how he got that ball to his foot.
Connor Duggan. This is one of the players, at least I should say, from the South Bend team from last year. Did well with South Bend. Back for at least another year with South Bend. Did well with that touch there. Here's Duggan. The shot's away. Bjerg able to collect it calmly.
And Bjerg handles that one easily. However, same tendency. They left that man with the ball on his foot way too much space, albeit he's a little further out there, but still, I would like to see the Fort Wayne defenders tighten that down.
South Bend pressing just a little bit higher. Here's Amawako on the ball. They're able to break that first line. And slip. A foul called against South Bend there.
No, for one, Caleb, I'd like to see Amawako get a little bit more involved in this game. That's the first we've called his name in quite some time. And I think he brings such an electric element to this attack. I'd like to see them working him into the play a little bit more frequently.
Here is Amawako, but not able to retain possession, and referee calls for offsides. Yeah, and Amawako is one of those players that he only needs an inch to get a shot away. But tonight so far, South Bend's not giving him an inch. Graham trying to beat two defenders, not able to do so. South Bend able to win the ball back. Ball just rolls out of bounds. It's a throw-in for Fort Wayne.
Just a little sloppy there, wasn't it? Not a whole lot of defensive pressure, and just allowed that ball to roll out into touch.
A sloppy pass from Abramson, but Casas
nice
able to get to it.
Casas.
Here's Kenyane. Trying to force a pass into Forrester. Another foul against South Bend here in the 36th minute. Neighbors across the street lighting fireworks for us here, giving us a little show. Yes, Pyromaniac Technics says is the sponsor for the Neighbors fireworks.
See if we can time a goal just in front of some of those fireworks. What do you think?
Yeah, that'd be nice, eh? Ball delivered in by Kenyane. Doesn't really find anybody.
Floated just a little too deep.
Forster doing well to put the South Bend defenders under pressure. He seems to be the only one, though. And that's going to be a foul against Forrester. Pretty cut and dry there. Referee saying no more.
No more.
Which I'll be interested to see if the ref is saying no more, whether Coach Avery doesn't sub him at half. On a yellow card and against your rivals, you certainly don't want to risk playing a man down for 45 minutes. Amawako and Oliveira doing well to battle here on the sideline. And a foul against Claudel. Ball goes the way of South Bend. Ball over the top, trying to find Tanner. Harris does well just to head it down. Fort Wayne trying to go quickly. Doing well to work it across the midfield here. Here's Amawako. Over to McAleenan. And so far this match, Fort Wayne doing pretty well to work as a unit. The whole team moving up and down the field, available for a pass. Not really any gaps in their formation, both in attack and defense.
Yeah, what's really been lacking is that final ball coming from the midfield into that attacking line. And you know, we saw last week against FC Cincinnati, lots of those nice through balls, both on the ground and in the air, creating some great scoring chances. Haven't seen a whole lot of that connection here yet tonight, albeit that they are moving as a unit coordinated, just can't quite find the spaces between the South Bend back line. Again, just a bit of a miscommunication there.
Chris does well to play the ball over top. Amawako, he's onside, trying to lose a defender. Can't lose the second one, and it's going to be a throw-in for Fort Wayne here in the 40th minute. And I just feel that Amawako magic starting to matriculate a little bit.
Love to see that come to full fruition here soon.
Yeah. See if Fort Wayne can't get a goal going up into halftime. Casas doing well to maintain possession. Here's Abramson. Finding the feet of Ajago, trying to play quickly to Claudel. Scuffed shot.
Great thought.
Yeah.
Just not quite tight enough on that final touch, but Claudel was in a position, had that ball been delivered, to go straight to goal.
Here's Nading. Andrew for South Bend plays it out to his left side. The overlapping run is on. Abrahamson doing well just to force the attacker back.
Shut it down a little bit.
Cross delivered in, trying to find Andrew, but finds Kenyane instead.
Seemed a little bit unnecessarily rushed on that one. Could have settled it down and been a little more productive with that clearance out. Here we are, South Bend in possession once again.
Yeah, that might have been a communication thing. Nobody talking to him, telling him he didn't have anybody on.
Nice double team there to win balls.
And Molanco doing well to get to that pass. Sauce doesn't have a whole lot of support, trying to make something happen. The South Bend defender, Jalen Shannon, able to clear it up. And it's a throw-in for Fort Wayne here in the 42nd, just getting ready to tick over to the 43rd minute.
South Bend defense, very disciplined. Not giving much away in terms of those passing lanes. Just content to sit back and wait for Fort Wayne to come at them and then close them down as the ball enters into that final third.
Here's Abramson trying to play Graham in. Graham called off sides, and the shot is wide anyway.
Pretty late flag on that one. I'm not sure if he was in quite the right angle and position there. Or
yeah, not entirely sure.
An extra thought, but.
And Fort Wayne might do well, in my opinion, to maybe play a second forward up near Ajago and have late runners coming in to try to just stretch that back line because, like you said, Ken, they're all really disciplined right now, keeping in their space, communicating really well, not giving Fort Wayne a whole lot of attacking options. So I wonder if a second player sort of next to Ajago won't help that. Good tackle by South Bend here, but Fort Wayne comes away with it. Here's Amawako.
Nice. Between the two defenders, nice move from Amawako, and not quite on that final touch up to Ajago. Good tackle there.
Bad pass by Kenyane. Makes its way back to Madden. Good skill there by Casas.
What we've come to expect from Pep.
Good bit of skill there from Kenyane as well to find Amawako, but Amawako's pass looks to be just a bit long. Claudel doing well to keep the pressure on.
Some outstanding footwork from several of the Fort Wayne players. And that and $1, I'll get you a cup of popcorn at the concession stand.
So here in the dying minutes of the first half, Fort Wayne FC 1, South Bend 1. South Bend on the attack here. Here's the goal scorer. Shots away. Deflected off of a couple of Fort Wayne players. And referee calls a foul, and we don't have a fourth official holding up a board. So I suspect it's only going to be a minute. And
yeah, PA announcer Greg Boatman declaring 2 minutes of injury time, or extra time here in the first half. I'm not sure where he got that, if they radioed up. I've seen no indication, but that feels about right.
yeah, that feels about right. And I'm going to trust the judgment of Greg.
I'm going to question your trusting of that.
I won't let him know. So allegedly 2 minutes of added time here in the first half at Shields Field. Good
Promise
pass.
to keep the cameras rolling as long as they're playing.
Certainly so. So here's Amawako.
I told you were wrong to prematurely trust Greg Boughton.
4 minutes of added time here at Shields Field. Ball falls to Amawako. Graham trying to play a dummy. And South Bend comes the other way with it. Doing well to drive into the attack. Abramson gets the last touch on it, and it's going to be a corner kick here in the dying minutes.
Ran himself into
The first half.
oblivion.
Yep.
Ran out of field. South Bend in no hurry to put this ball back in play. Content to
And I think I did hear
keep it at this end for the final minute or so.
And I think I did hear their coach say to waste time. It's only the first half, so you got 45 more minutes to play. Maybe go in, try to go in with a goal up here in the dying minutes. Offsides called against South Bend. Sproat playing a long ball, trying to find a Jago. South Bend defender drags himself down, but it's going to be a throw-in for the Lions. Jago just getting a little push in the back there. There's Emawako. Out to Graham. Casas finds Claudel. Back to Casas. Trying to just play in Claudel, but not able to find his man. But Fort Wayne FC still in possession. And the light post out there saved a ball from falling victim to Clinton Street out there. And that's the first half here at Shields Field Stadium. Fort Wayne FC 1, South Bend 1. A couple of good goals from both teams here at Shields Field. And make sure to stay tuned throughout halftime. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Ken and I, we're going to break down the first half on our halftime show sponsored by ProFed. Stay tuned. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Fort Wayne FC halftime show. We'll give a brief recap of what happened in the first half. Fort Wayne FC 1, South Bend 1. Ken, what did you think of the guys in the first half?
Well, you know, I think they start off well, you know, moving the ball from side to side and through the midfield well. But I made mention about halfway through, I think they really need to find a way to crack that disciplined South Bend back line, trying to find some passing lanes through to get that final touch into the attacking third. You know, time for Max Amoako and Forrester Ajago to step up and really make something happen in front of the goal. Suffice to say, our one goal from Will Harris coming out of the back off that corner kick. Well played, a well-finished ball, but again, I'd like to see a little bit more spark from our front runners.
Certainly so, and I know Forrester got himself into a little bit of a trouble here early on in the first half. And 3, 6, 9, 10. I don't see Forrester out here quite yet, but I also don't see anybody in place of him right now. So I just heard the substitution for Forrester. So Alexander Frank was snuck in there at halftime, comes in for Forrester. And I'll be interested to see, is Alex going to actually play a proper number 9 position, or are we probably going to see Claudel shift up?
That makes more sense based on what we've seen thus far this season, certainly.
Remember, you didn't know the merchandise had also. Remember, merchandise, we do have some items for pets. So, Fort Wayne FC merchandise for pets.
So not that we're ever made privy of it, but not sure there have been any South Bend substitutions either for the second half. And we're underway here at Shields Field Stadium. Fort Wayne FC 1, South Bend 1. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think we've had any substitutions for South Bend. Correct, Hannah? She says correct, Caleb. She's on it. I am not.
Numbers are clearer here than they are in the field.
So both Claudel, who's trying to get on the end of the ball here. Good battle. He's into the box.
Wow.
And that was a good tackle by the
solid
South Bend player.
contact.
Here's
South Bend
Amawako.
players slow
Shot
down.
deflected only so far as McAleenan skies the pass out of bounds. What I was going to say was both Claudel and Graham seem to be sitting up higher here
Yeah,
at the start of the second
point
half.
You made very early in the first half, didn't you? Thinking needing to push a little bit higher up into the attack. try and pressure those backline defenders a little bit more, get them out of their comfort zone.
Now you just want to force those defenders to make a decision, and hopefully it's the wrong one. Here's South Bend on the attack. Ball delivered into the back post. It's a good ball. Back across, and it's a goal for South Bend. Goal scorer, number 10, Brennan Creek. That was a good play all around from the Lions. The ball delivered into the back post, and the South Bend player putting it back across the goal mouth to his player, who was able to get his head on it and put it past Burig.
Like he could have gone to goal himself with that one, so very unselfish play, and did well to play it back with his foot, one touch. And a good finish, as you say, a good play all around from South Bend Lions.
So South Bend now takes the lead here at Shields Field. It's Fort Wayne FC 1, South Bend 2 in the 49th minute. And if you're a Fort Wayne FC fan, certainly not something you want to see this early in the half for your rivals to go ahead at your home, a place where last season and this season they've struggled to win matches. And that's certainly not a trend you want.
Well, that back post again left just a little bit more open than maybe we would like, and certainly they paid the price for it. But has been a bit of a tendency here tonight just to give South Bend attacking players a little bit more space and respect than maybe they should. So
here's Claudel, good ball delivered in. Casas trying to find Amawako. Lined up shot from Kenyane, blocked by South Bend.
Maybe get a bit more urgency in our step here after that second goal given away, and see if we can't spice up our attack a little bit moving forward.
So Abramson plays the ball from Andrew out for a corner kick for South Bend. Ball delivered into the back post. Back across the goal, trying to repeat the second goal, but the ball goes over for a goal kick for Fort Wayne. Good tackle by the South Bend player, but Fort Wayne retains possession. Thank you to my many fans out there down in the Three Rivers Regiment for wishing me a happy birthday. So foul against South Bend, and Fort Wayne working the other way. Here's Frank. Back to Casas. McAleenan out to Abramson. Trying to play Graham in, but South Bend defense able to step in front of the pass. A foul against McAleenan goes the way of South Bend.
Pair of shoe malfunctions going on here, it appears.
Reminiscent of the U.S. match the other night with Uruguay, with the Brendan Aronson and the Uruguayan player somehow tangling shoelaces and studs and not necessarily legs. A ball delivered out to Oliveira. Finds Andrew. Shot forces Burig into a save near post. It's a corner kick for South Bend here in the 53rd minute. South Bend doing well in the attack so far this second half.
They really have had the better of it in these initial 9 or 10 minutes of the second half.
Moore delivers in the cross. Good header. That seemed like something off the training ground for South Bend. Just couldn't put it in the back of the net.
Coordinated again.
Yeah.
Like the second goal. Some nice coordinated passing efforts and people in all the right spots to receive it. I think we dodged one there in the Fort Wayne end.
South Bend players calling for a handball. Ref says nothing doing. Casas finds Graham. He's able
Graham
to.
does well to bring that down.
Back to Abramson, who delivers a cross and trying to find Claudel. Claudel likely in an offside position, but doesn't matter anyway. Falls to the South Bend defenders, who clear it only as far as their halfway line. Here's Frank.
Oh, nice ball. Can
Finds
he get to
Claudel.
it?
A few shouts from the fans there, and the South Bend player getting in the face of Claudel. A little bit of chirping back and forth between South Bend and Fort Wayne. And really, it looks like it was prompted by the South Bend player, because I don't think it was Claudel who was complaining about the foul. And then the South Bend player proceeded to get into the face of Claudel, and referee says, none of that. Here's a yellow card for you. Here's a yellow card for you. So Daniel Nimick for South Bend and Victor Claudel for Fort Wayne FC receiving yellow cards in the 56th minute.
Not sure either player got his money's worth out of that yellow card either.
Certainly not.
There does seem to be a bit of an undercurrent throughout the entire match here tonight, though. These two teams playing, as you mentioned, once already this year, and developing a bit of that intense rivalry and bringing some of that up to the surface here tonight.
Here's Kenyane back to Harris. Straight pass from Harris. Falls to the feet of the South Bend attacker. .11 for South Bend. Saronic dos Santos does well to keep that ball at his feet. Here's Jonathan Mora. Graham and Frank doing well to win the ball off of him. Just trying to slip Frank in, but South Bend doing well. And for Fort Wayne wanting to play out of the back, it seems like our defensive players, their passing isn't as crisp as it was in the first half. A little slow to get up to the midfield, just not as sharp as it was, and we just saw a moment ago the result of that.
By contrast, boy, the shape of the South Bend attack overall has been very balanced, allowing them that opportunity and albeit without a very, very quick pace. They've been very deliberate, but nonetheless able to keep possession and move the ball effectively around the field here in this second half much better than the Fort Wayne FC attack.
So the shot from Tanner for South Bend gives Fort Wayne a goal kick here in the 58th minute. And South Bend pressing high, but not really pressuring intensely up there. They're just doing well enough to force the one center back to play it upfield like Sproat tried to do there, and instead of giving them the option to play it around the back there. And as I was mentioning earlier, you just want to force your defender into making a mistake if you're the opponent, and Fort Wayne has done that here in the past minute or two, a couple of mistakes. Casas out to Kenyane. The ref calls a foul against South Bend there. First handshake of the match between two teams there, between Andrew and Kenyane. Sproat just able to get that pass away.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the Fort Wayne FC players just flat-footed and not really doing a lot to get themselves involved and engaged in this attack. Here, finally, we get
good ball delivered across to Graham. And a late tackle from Mora for South Bend, and it's giving Fort Wayne a free kick in a dangerous position.
Yeah, I'm thinking that indeed that should be a yellow card shown on this one.
Yeah, it was a late tackle for sure. Not necessarily high or malicious,
and
but
the
late.
attacker in a position of moving toward goal with the ball at his foot. That's one that we're all trying to eliminate from the game. You make the risk cost benefit there for the defender. You're just going to encourage more of that play. So I think by all rights that should be a yellow card shown, but.
The shot away from Casas. And the goalkeeper, Jacob Madden for South Bend, does well to save the ball, and it's a throw-in for Fort Wayne here in the 61st minute. Casas weighing his options.
Fort Wayne doing well to win that ball early 3 times to keep that attack alive. And South Bend still not out clean, but
certainly hustling to the ball. Pass to Amawako. Goes out for a throw-in. And I don't know if it's looking this way to you, Ken, but it looks like there's starting to be some detachment from the Fort Wayne FC back line up to their midfielders in attack.
yeah, I made note of that a minute ago. It seemed like just too many players flat-footed, standing, not really doing much to create those passing lanes, create the open spaces that you need.
Here's Saronic Dos Santos. His teammate Mora. Graham doing well to force it back. Here's Nimick. South Bend doing well to retain possession here. Not rushing it, not trying to force a pass. Trying to break down that Fort Wayne defense. Foul against South Bend. Or a throw-in for Fort Wayne, excuse me. Sauce does well to win it off the South Bend player, and Fort Wayne's headed the other way quickly. Here's Emawako. Sauce just caught between two minds there and loses the ball.
That had a little potential there as an attack, and Casas just not able to get his foot on that ball to keep it moving forward. And here come the Lions back the other direction.
Good effort by Sproat there. The ball falls to South Bend. Trying to find Oliveira. Kenyane does well to just head it out of bounds. So if you're just tuning in, the score, Fort Wayne FC 1, South Bend 2. Fort Wayne took the lead in the 11th minute, or the 12th minute, with a goal by Will Harris. The South Bend equalized in the 29th minute and then scored early in the second half to give themselves the lead. A shot from South Bend. Not a whole lot of pace on it, but struck it well enough to put it on frame, forcing Burig to catch it, although Burig didn't have to do a whole lot to catch it. Here's Frank. Playing it back to Harris. Frank having a conversation with Graham just to try to get him to move. Not doing a lot to receive the ball. Kenyane going on a trip here. He tries to find Graham, and Kenyane did get tripped up just a little bit. But Jonathan Mora from South Bend does well to stay on his feet. And another attack that seemingly had good potential for Fort Wayne. Falls victim to just a lack of focus.
A zig when a zag was called for.
So we've got a couple of substitutions coming in, and I'm not going to be able to cross them off my list. Ken, I'm going to ask you to hand me my pen over there for about the 19th time today. So here's Graham on the ball. Abramson overlapping the cross, deflected, only coming to Madden.
It's like one of the Fort Wayne FC substitutions going to be Odiamo. Has been crucial player in a lot of the electric events that have happened in the last couple of matches when he saw quite a bit of playing time. So maybe he can bring some of that here tonight. Look to equalize for the home side.
So we'll see the South Bend substitution first. Coming off is Saronic Dos Santos, and on for Dos Santos is Landon Fisher. Coming off for Fort Wayne is Max Emawanko. In his place is Hillary Othiambo. And Gene Kenyane is off, and in his place is Riku Moriyasu. So 1 substitution for South Bend, 2 for Fort Wayne. And hopefully Fort Wayne fans will be hoping to see some impact from these subs, especially Othiambo, who seems to be bringing a lot of energy, like you mentioned, Ken, in his appearances for Fort Wayne FC so far. Abramson tangling with the South Bend player, but he sees it out for a goal kick. I think if people haven't watched him play yet this season, you're going to be properly surprised with how quickly Hillary Othiambo can get on the end of a ball. And I don't think he's typically a forward, playing in that forward position. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets a shot or two away, maybe putting one on frame. But South Bend's going to try to do the same right now. They're headed the other way. Here's Andrew trying to find one of his teammates, but comes to Nkosi Graham. Graham's second touch
there, but he got away with it. Wins the ball back. Oh, and
here's Othiambo. And here's Claudel. And shots over the bar.
Nice opportunity. Just didn't quite get his foot all the way around and on top of that ball to keep it down.
And
nice balanced attack.
Certainly.
Looked like Othiambo had an opportunity himself to go to goal, actually, on that one, and chose to lay it back off to Claudel.
Yeah, not sure what the better option was there, but resulted in an opportunity for Fort Wayne that we haven't seen very many of this second half.
Oh, nice touch there from Claudel.
And the toe poke's just falling to the way of Fort Wayne FC players. Othiambo is going to get on the end of this. A good ball played over top to him. Frank scuffs the cross,
but didn't get a good touch on it. There's Othiambo again.
Here's Abramson.
Stamp on the play. Oh, that's a nice touch to the side and a good effort, but
good block by the South Bend defender. Going to be a throw-in for Fort Wayne here in the 72nd minute. Here's Frank. South Bend doing well to put Fort Wayne under pressure quickly. Here's Moriyasu. Trying to find Claudel, but Madding has no problem collecting it.
Yeah, maybe try to take too big a piece all at once there on that one, but again, the last 4 or 5 minutes very encouraging for Fort Wayne's opportunities here. Hopefully we can equalize here in the next few minutes and give us time to finish strong.
Here's Casas on the ball. Out to Abramson. Here's Frank. Good run by Abramson there. to support Frank.
Eberson been a nice bright light here in the last couple of minutes, been a part of several of these attacks, making those moves forward, and there he is again on that right flank.
Doing well to keep the ball in bounds. Cross delivered in low. Claudel tackled late, and it's a penalty for Fort Wayne. No question about it. Claudel getting on the end of the ball. But the late tackle from the South Bend player is going to give Fort Wayne the opportunity to tie it up here in the 73rd minute.
Again, Abramson very much involved in that play, delivers the ball across in that dangerous goal front, goal mouth area.
And understandably so, South Bend players not too happy.
Just about to say that. By default, they're not too happy because of the call. On the other hand, I'm not sure they have a whole lot to argue about there. That seemed pretty clear-cut from this angle. From behind, very late. Not sure why he's allowing such a long opportunity for Madden to disagree.
So Nkosi Graham stepping up from 12 yards out. And a save from Madden. Keeps Fort Wayne on the back foot, but a good cross delivered in. And another good save by Madden. And I think the goalkeeper just falling a little bit hard on that punch. But a good sequence of play from Madden there to keep South Bend ahead. So everybody's waving for attention for the South Bend goalkeeper. And while the trainer tends to the South Bend goalkeeper, we do have a couple of substitutions coming in for South Bend. Tran is just standing in the way of the board to see who's coming off, but I can see number 16 for South Bend, George Herbert's going to be on. For number 21, Connor Duggan. And the second substitution coming in is Lucas Berger Barankowitz. But no indication as to who Barankowitz is coming on for.
You know, Caleb, lots of credit to Jacob Madden on that. You know, he expressed his discontent with the call, focused his mindset back in, and made a great save there on Graham's penalty kick to keep South Bend in the lead here tonight. Didn't quite see what happened. Looked like he was nursing an ankle, maybe.
It just looked like he fell kind of hard on that second save. He tried to come out for the punch and came into traffic and fell kind of hard. He looks to be all right.
All credit in terms of getting himself focused back onto the task at hand and making that big-time save.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Unfortunately for the Fort Wayne FC side.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't.
Opportunity to bring it even.
I don't ever like to say this because I'm a former goalkeeper. Real quick, substitution number 14, Barankowitz coming in for Jonathan Mora for South Bend. But it didn't look like the best penalty ever taken by Graham. Didn't seem to have a whole lot of power behind it. Just trying to place it in that bottom corner, but wasn't able to get it far enough away from Madden's reach. But Madden did well to make sure to keep it out of the back of the net. So, like you said, Ken, all credit to him.
And number 16, George Herbert, in to replace number 21, Connor Goodwin.
So a hard foul from the substitute on Nkosi Graham, and Nkosi Graham not happy about it. And a yellow card shown to the substitute, number 14, Barankowitz. And I think it's probably warranted. He probably didn't mean to go into the back of him that hard, but did so anyway, resulting in the yellow card here in the 79th minute. Ball delivered into Abramson, excuse me. And it's a throw-in for Fort Wayne. Casas and Othiambo not able to keep the ball at their feet. We've got a substitution for Fort Wayne. Riley Lynch is coming on. And I think it's Nkosi Graham coming off for Fort Wayne. So Lynch in for Graham here in the 80th minute.
Substitution for Fort Wayne FC, number 17, Riley Lynch, in to replace Nkosi Graham, number 14.
We only allow 3. Ref, can we make another sub because we only allow 3 stops? If he's doing like if you touch it. It's doing like if you touch it. So now we have to make our other subs too, huh? Yes. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's for... We already, yeah. Just make sure it went up.
All right, well, they're getting the subs. Can I go look?
So they're tending to the goalkeeper again, and South Bend going to bring in their substitute. I believe this is their final substitute. Fort Wayne, I believe, just made theirs.
And we do have a change in goal for the South Bend Lions, number 12.
So Finn Popescu is coming in for Jacob Madden.
Yeah, whatever's ailing Madden. Can't seem to shake it. Yeah, it does look like they're tending his knee. So to your point, maybe just came down and that weight displacing the knee a bit. Hopefully he's okay in the long run. Not quite sure what the holdup is here. Madden's been
Well, the referee
taken
has
off the field, but-
waved Popescu on twice now. So some miscommunication between the fourth official.
No, that's with all due respect, Caleb, probably more fitness than a goalkeeper typically gets in a match day.
Yeah, certainly so.
Three times in and out for Pesky.
So final substitution for South Bend getting ready to come in. Fumiya Shiraishi. And I don't see quite yet who he's coming on for. Shiraishi coming on for number 28 for South Bend, Michael Andrew. So that's the final substitution for both teams here at Shields Field.
And another substitution for the South Bend Lions, number 7, Fumiya Shiraishi, in to replace 20.
So finally we get the ball back in play. And The opposing South Bend player didn't know it was going back to the goalkeeper, and now it's a throw-in for Fort Wayne. Good touch by Othiambo. Here's Lynch, first action of the game. Sails it high.
Not sure what he was intending there, but
So the header from Harris goes out for a throw-in for South Bend here in the 84th minute. Here's Oliveira for South Bend. Trying to find his teammate, but only falls so far as Fort Wayne player. Here's Sproat. Trying to look long, but not able to find anybody. Plays it out to Moriyasu instead. Moriyasu trying to find Othiambo, who's not able to retain possession. Shiriashi, and he's fouled. It's a free kick for South Bend. And McAleenan just holding his ankle there a little bit, but it didn't look too bad. Shiraishi, just apologizing for him. So, in the referee's eyes, McAleenan was the perpetrator, so nothing to apologize for. Tim Noting standing over the ball, looking to deliver it in. Good ball to the back post, but just over the head of everybody, and it's going to be a goal kick for Fort Wayne in the 86th minute. And if Fort Wayne's going to get something, they're going to need to do it quickly because we've only got so many minutes left, and they haven't produced a whole lot of attacking opportunities in the last 10, 15 minutes. So if they're going to turn it on, they need to turn it on now.
Well, they wouldn't appear to have the level of urgency they like. There's a long ball, but into not exactly into the space we would like.
So throw in for Fort Wayne. Sauce just keeping possession for Fort Wayne. McAleenan trying to slip Abramson in. It's going to be another throw in for Fort Wayne. Moriyasu does well to evade the South Bend defender. Tries to play Othiambo. Othiambo! Just too big of a touch. Can't quite round the keeper, and it's going to be a goal kick for South Bend. And I thought Moriyasu there was playing a wayward pass, but that wasn't the case, just slipping Othiambo in behind.
I'm almost wondering if Othiambo might have just a little outside of the foot flick as Pescu was coming out. He had committed all in to coming out to play that ball. I think might have been able just to slot that into the open net. But We'll never know now.
Fort Wayne defenders under pressure here. Buer clears his line. Claudel trying to make something happen. And that's the end of the day for Victor Claudel. Receives a second yellow card going through the South Bend player. And Fort Wayne's down to 10 men here in the dying minutes of the match. Can't quite see who it is that came up injured for South Bend, but in this situation, if you're a Fort Wayne FC fan, doesn't really matter at this point. I don't know if there was a whole lot in that from Claudel, but looked a little worse than probably what it was. Either way, referee says that's an infraction worthy of a yellow card. So we're down to 10 men, and I don't think at this point Coach Avery is going to try to change anything up. Still need to go for the goal, try to walk away with a point tonight. Ball delivered over top, trying to find Abramson. South Bend does well to break the pressure, and a foul against Casas. It was a free kick for South Bend. Noting trying to play it over top. Sprota elects to clear his lines. And a foul and a yellow card for South Bend. Number 18, Collins Tanner.
And we do have 5 minutes stoppage time.
And just announced 5 minutes of stoppage time here at Shields Field Stadium. I don't know, 5 minutes seems short for how long we've been waiting around this second half.
Yeah, the Madden-Pescu exchange in the goal was several minutes of its own right. So plenty of time for Fort Wayne to get the equalizer here. It only takes one sustained attack. But, you know, Caleb, this game got chippy, if you will remember, got chippy pretty early on, with Ajago exchanging some heated moments with the South Bend back line. And, you know, I'm tread gently here, but I'm not sure the referee established the level of control he needed to early on and allowed it to get to this. Now we've seen quite a few yellow cards here in the last couple of minutes, including a second yellow to Victor Claudel. And not saying the decision he made didn't warrant it, but, you know, you tend to end up here when the gentleman in the middle doesn't step up and take charge.
Yeah, and even to that point, I feel like after that first yellow card, or the first incident to Ajago, I should say, Fort Wayne kind of lost some fire. They just haven't seemed to have that passion after the first 20 minutes of the match.
When I was thinking that, sort of the comparison with Claudel just now is, you know, to the point of Madden coming up and making that save, he channeled his anger and his frustration into the task at hand, where it seems the Fort Wayne players have not done as well on that front, where they've sort of been distracted and let it take away from the task rather than focusing on it. So, bit of a shame.
The shot pulled wide by Herbert. in the 93rd minute here at Shields Field. Fort Wayne moving quicker now than they have in the past 20 minutes, trying to find Othiambo. Othiambo runs into Popescu and calls a foul against Othiambo. I'm not really sure there's any foul to be had there. It's two players going for the ball. Othiambo gets there first, but Popescu certainly has every right to go for it. So perhaps that's why the referee's saying it's not a yellow card there, trying to protect the goalkeeper. And the ref gives a yellow card to Alex Frank for his words to the assistant on the near side here.
Again, Caleb, I'm going to be very gentle here, but thinking of the number of yellow cards shown for dissent and things said versus some of the tough tackles that have gone uncarded, I just think overall lends itself to a game that ends up a little more physical than you'd like.
So Popescu just drills it upfield to Shiraishi. Shiraishi shot wide, and it's going to be a goal kick for Fort Wayne here in what's going to be the final minute of the match. Another ball lumped over top towards Othiambo. South Bend does well for a throw-in deep in their territory. And if Fort Wayne's going to play balls over the top at the end there, I think they need a couple more than just two players to try to get on the end of it. Especially with South Bend sitting with so many men back. Foul against South Bend. And we're away quickly. Othiambo called for offsides. Very questionable call by the assistant there. And if he was, it was not much. And I have to imagine the referee's going to blow his whistle as Popescu clears his lines. And if I were the referees, I wouldn't think twice about trying to get out of here. At least to the safety of the locker rooms. Because I imagine there's going to be some Fort Wayne FC fans that aren't too happy with them. Not going to do anything, but they certainly aren't going to be too happy with the referees. And credit to South Bend tonight. They played organized. They did well in the defense. Not letting too many opportunities rise for Fort Wayne FC.
Yeah, I fear unless something happens here in the waning seconds, overall going to be a match that Coach Avery's not going to be real satisfied with from his players. Not only a couple of his leaders making some poor decisions, but overall just lacking a little bit of that fire and urgency of wanting to attain that top position in the Valley Conference, so the division.
Cross delivered in, trying to find Cornwall. Harris puts it back in. And a hard challenge for the ball there between number 4 for South Bend, Jalen Shannon, and Miles Cornwall. Shannon heading the back of Cornwall's head. And I can't imagine that felt very good. And once again, another challenge where both players have every right to go for that ball, but somebody's coming up a little worse for wear.
Looks like they're addressing his forehead. Often you see that when come into the back of the other player's head, just above the eyebrow area.
And I think South Bend's going to be allowed to make a concussion substitute here. Somebody standing on the sideline, number 19, Daniel Lynch.
Unfortunate for an incident like that in the final seconds.
Certainly so, but as a defender, you're certainly going to go for every ball you can get to.
Glad to see him sitting up at least. That means maybe more of a surface wound than it is a concussion-type injury. Always concerned when those heads collide.
Not in this hat. Not in this hat. Oh, wait, that's down here.
So the South Bend player is up. He's walking straight, which is a good sign. Not needing the aid of the trainer there. So number 4 for South Bend, the injured player, Jalen Shannon, coming off, and in his place in the dying minutes, number 19, Daniel Lynch. So Miles Cornwall looks like he's going to try to deliver it into the box. Burig's up there trying to do something. And the shot from Abramson is called a corner. And while I'm a Fort Wayne FC fan, that was a questionable call. I do not believe Popescu touched that shot coming through. And it went in pretty uninterrupted. But here's Abramson delivering the cross once again. First bite from South Bend cleared their lines, and that is the end of the match here at Shields Field Stadium. The second iteration of the St. Joe Rivers Derby goes the way of South Bend here in Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne FC 1, South Bend 2, in a hard-fought match by both teams, as we mentioned before, getting a little chippy there in the beginning and not really recovering, I feel like, throughout the end of the match.
No, they just, again, lacking a little bit of that urgency and desire. And, you know, I'm sure that's something Coach Avery and the staff is going to work on in terms of creating that championship mentality, wanting to be at the top of the tables. You got to come out day in, day out, and give everything you got.
So make sure to join us here at Shields Field for our next match, not 6-11, 6-14. I wonder who typed that, Caleb. Typo on my part. The next match is June 14th here at Shields Field, Tuesday evening here at Shields Field Stadium against Dayton Dutch Lions. And, of course, we'll be live streaming here either on YouTube or 11 Sports, depending on what works that day. But once again, thank you very much, as always, for joining us here at Shields Field. I'm Caleb Saylor. Joining me tonight, Ken Harkenreiter. Ken, thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Another great night here at Shields Field. Unfortunately, coming up on the low end of the score, but a great outing all in all.
Have a good night.